What is USMLE? Hello YouTube, this is Sam from TIXE Schooling. Today we are going to talk about everything related to USMLE, how, when, where and how much will it cost. We will cover all these things up, and even if you are a US resident or an IMG, doesn't matter, I will explain each and everything regarding USMLE. So stay tuned till the end. So USMLE stands for United States Medical Licensing Examination. This exam is divided into three parts, that is step 1, step 2 and step 3. Step 1 is related to the basic knowledge of your medical science, and step 2 is related to your clinical knowledge and clinical skills, and step 3 is the final thing. This exam is required by all US residents and all the IMGs who want to be a resident in United States. Let's discuss step 1 and its purpose. In step 1, you will be tested important concepts of medical science, basic to practice medicine. And a special emphasis will be applied on principle and mechanism underlying health diseases and modes of therapy. And the format of step 1, that you will have to solve 280 multiple choice questions which are divided into 7 60 minutes blocks. And this exam is completely computer based administration around the world. And the length of the test will be 1 day test session, which is 8 hours. Step 2 consists of 2 parts, that is step 2 CK and step 2 CS. The step 2 CK is clinical knowledge and step 2 CK is clinical skills. Before giving the clinical skills, you better give clinical knowledge. In the clinical knowledge of step 2, you will be assessed by the examinee ability to apply medical knowledge, skills and understanding of clinical science essentials. And in the step 2, that step 2 clinical skills, in which you will be given a patient and a standardized patient, in which you will see the symptoms and you will analyze by applying your medical knowledge, your clinical knowledge in the clinical skills and observe what the patient has. Let's talk about the format of clinical knowledge. Approximately there would be 318 multiple choice questions which are divided into 60-minute blocks. There will be 9 hours. And there will be 9 hours. The test will be of 9 hours. And clinical skills would be of 8 hours, in which you will be given 12 patient cases and you will get only 15 minutes for each patient encounter plus 10 minutes to record each patient note. And one thing more that is important, that you can take the step 1 and step 2's clinical knowledge in your own country, wherever. If you are an IMG living outside US, you can give it anywhere in the world. But when it comes to CS, that is clinical skills, you have to give that test in United States. There are only 6 tests administered, 6 test centers in the US, that is Atlanta, Chicago, Houston, Los Angeles and Philadelphia. According to USMLE, step 3 is divided into 2 parts. That is day 1, they will test you as foundation of independent practice, that is FIP. In that exam, you will be assessed the examinee's they will assess the examinee's knowledge of basic medical and scientific principle essentials for effective healthcare. But on the day 2, that is, they will test it, that is called Advanced Clinical Medicine, ACM, assess the examinee's ability to apply comprehensive knowledge of health and disease in the context of patient management and evolving manifestations of disease over time. So what happens on the day 1 FIP, they will give you approximately 235 multiple choice questions which are usually divided into 60 minutes blocks, each containing about 44 questions. And it's also a computer-based exam. And the another that is on the day 2, which is ACM, is also they will also give you approximately 180 multiple choice questions, and they are also divided into 45 minutes blocks, and each block containing 33 questions. So this is also a computer-based exam, but there is something new in this day 2 ACM, that is there will be 13 computer-based case stimulation, that is CCS, most of you know if you're preparing for USMLE. Each simulation is allotted a maximum of 10 or 20 minutes of real time. We will not talk about USMLE fees. The step 1 fee is $610 and it has a 3-month eligibility period, but the step 2, that is CK, not CS, only CK, which it also costs similar to step 1, that is $610. But step 2 CS is a little bit much higher than step 1 and step 2. It's approximately double of that. It is $1,285 for the step 2 CS. And one thing to remain, you must keep in mind that an IMG must visit to US to give the step 2 CS. I have already mentioned the country areas where you can go and give the test, that is step 2 CS. So it is a bit expensive for the IMGs that are not residents of US. For more regarding medical and health, please visit TIXE Schooling.